Hi, this is the Martial Arts Business Academy. My name is John Hine, and in this episode we're going to revisit a blog post I did about 3 weeks ago on why the students stopped coming to class. And it caused a lot of comments in a lot of different places. Most of them really positive, some of them saying, do you actually teach martial arts for a living? And the answer is yes, I still do teach martial arts as well as running my other businesses as well. But it's some really good questions like, you're in a class and there's lots of people want to do lots of different things for lots of different reasons. But you actually think about it, the martial arts are good for a lot of things. It depends where you emphasize on. So if you go for everybody in the market, you won't get anybody ultimately, or you'll start getting people who really shouldn't be in your class in the first place. So the first thing is we've got to be really specific about what we're actually offering. If they know what we're offering, we're going to attract those people. It's not a massive percentage of the population, but it's only reckoned about 1.5% of people in any area will do martial arts, and of course it's all your competitors when it comes to that as well. So it's only a small amount of people, so you've got to be really smart in the marketing. So you've got to aim at particular people wanting particular things, in which case then you can fulfill them. But if you aim at everybody, then everybody might turn up at your doorstep, and that sounds like fantastic, but of course it's a nightmare. If you get people who want to lose weight, you get people who want to be fit, you get people who want to be fantastic cage fighters, and you get lots of people doing who want lots of different things. So what you've got to do is, first of all, we've got to aim. We've all got to do this. We've got to aim for a specific sector of the community. And it's perfectly okay to be a professional instructor. If we give great service, we deserve to get paid, just like everybody else. If we don't get our bills paid, the class doesn't exist, your school doesn't exist. So if we can turn things into a process, so if we direct at the people we want to actually get in the first place. So if it's for kids, we aim squarely for kids between certain age groups, not just every kid in existence, but for certain age groups. And this is not coming from the martial arts, this is coming from my training in marketing. Where they talk about being very specific and knowing who you want to go for, knowing who you're going to be the best fit for. That's the important stuff. And you serve people. We all serve people in our different ways, whether it be for martial arts, keep fit, whatever. So if you start off being very specific about who you want to attract, and that really helps when you're writing out your social media, your blog posts, you're doing your advertising, you're doing your flyers, whatever, you know who you're aiming for, you know who you're talking to. Whereas if you're talking to everybody, you're not talking to anybody. And we all really know this, but sometimes we need to be reminded that that's the case. So look in your class, why do people come to your class? What is it exactly they want from your class? And you usually find it's about 3 or 4 different things. Now if these are really great students and you've got a really thriving class, these are obviously your target market. So you know you need to acquire and to attract people like them. Also, if you create a process so that when people come into your school, they do the freebie, whatever you're going to offer, that you get their details, and you also, not massively intrusive, just nice overview of what their goals actually are. Now if you can keep aiming to fulfill those goals, the chances are we stand more chance of keeping people. And the more information we've got, and this is not being intrusive like spying on people, just simply make a note every time. It could be just in your head, but maybe write it down as well. What do these people want? So that while you're doing the lesson, you can say to that particular person, this is going to be great for helping you lose weight, because it is going to be great for him to lose weight, isn't it? Or her to lose weight. If this is good for self-confidence, really work on their self-confidence and talk to them about self-confidence. So you might have a group of people who are there for, they want to build their self-confidence. Some people want to be fighters. Maybe you should have a separate class for the fighters, because that's a very specific group of people, very specific aim, from the people who just want self-defense. So when you know what people want, if you turn it into a process, you're constantly keeping your ear to the ground. You listen to what they say. You see what they do. You hear what they're talking about. If you've got a Facebook page, blog post, then answer the blog, the post in the blog. If you're in LinkedIn, talk to people on LinkedIn when they ask you questions. But you can keep your ear to the ground. You can hear and see what they're saying. That's the most important thing, and we have to change to suit. It doesn't mean we lose our core values. What it means is the way we do things has to change to suit the new times we're in. This is not 30 years ago when everything was booming and it was all new and fantastic and it was so easy. Whereas today we've all got to work at it. So if you can turn it into a process, keep your ear to the ground. Ask your assistants to keep their ear to the ground. Make notes about it. See where the trends are going. See what's going on inside your school. And also look in the outside world. What's happening in your area? If you can blend in with the trend that's happening at that moment without losing your values, then you tend to keep the students for longer. Obviously you can't keep everybody. We all know that. But you also can't squander them. So maybe if we put a bit more effort into it, about finding out what they want, trying to cater for what they want, trying to have more creative ways that they can pay, or special events or whatever. You can try everything, but always find the information right on your doorsteps, right on your nose. We all have to do this. Okay, so let's say you get information and you test all the time. If you're not sure about something you want to do, but you think it might be a winner, it might be really popular, then do a workshop. Great way of testing an idea. Do a workshop, see how many people come who show real interest. Then maybe you could do a short 3 or 4 week class of a specific, maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday or whenever works best for you. And constantly test, so you're never making massive gambles on anything. You're testing it first. Let's do a seminar. Great, well attended. 15 people said they wanted to come to if I had a class, they'd run it. So do say a 3 or 4 week workshop on that particular thing. Constantly testing, seeing what happens, and then once you actually do that particular webinar, when you actually do that workshop or that seminar, then publicise it among your students, put it on your blog post, put it on your social media. Constantly be open to testing the market. This is the way that business behaves, and we've got to be just as smart as the businesses that are doing really well. Except of course we're giving 110%, we're all giving great value and we're all trying to support our students. And the more we give and the more we listen, the greater the chance we're going to keep people. If you've got any comments, I'd love to hear from you. Some nice comments, thank you very much to those people who've done that too. I want to hear your experiences too. Thank you. Have a great week. It's John Sunny here. Bye.